Hi guys, my name is Johan from restoration.bike, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get a very clean drivetrain. So I'm using, for the first step, which is cleaning the chain, I'm going to use a chain scrubber or chain cleaner tool. And the reason when you want to perform the things I'm going to show you in this video is when your drivetrain is like really dirty. So I done the local mountain bike trail a couple of times and there was like dirt everywhere, up to the point that it impaired the shifting. So when that happens and you know it's creaking all over the place, it's time to do a very extensive cleaning. And I have the tools to do so. You need a number of specialty tools to do this. One of which is this one, which is a well, actually you don't need this one. This is a paddle wrench, which makes it more easy to remove the paddle. Removing paddles is always done by rotating them towards the back wheel. I have definitely made a mistake of trying to remove pedals the wrong way. So instead of removing them, I would tighten them. So move towards the back wheel is removing the paddles. So after I've cleaned the chain, I'm going to remove the crank and remove the dust cap. Now I'm going to, this is the tool to remove the crank bolt. Which will enable you to insert a crank puller tool. And with that, you can remove the crankset. When I insert a crank puller tool, I always remove the bit that pushes inwards, and that actually pushes the crank away from the bracket spindle. So I'm sure I can insert the tool as far as possible to have the least amount of stress on the threads of the crank arm and prevent possibly stripping the threads. That would never be the case here because this crank arm isn't rusted or anything. But when doing bike restoration, that might definitely be the case with bikes that have not been maintained as well as you'd like. With the crank puller inserted, you can remove it. With your crank arm removed, I can submerge it in a bucket using roughly 2 liters of paint thinner and an old brush, dishwasher brush, which will get the grease and sand off really quickly. And now that the crank set is removed, I can easily have an easy access to this part of the frame. So before putting the crank arm back on, I make sure to remove any grease or dirt or whatever that might be there. Put on a bit of grease on the spindle and on the inside of the crankset before installing it, to make sure that when it gets wet, it will not seize due to corrosion. I had to remove the paddle to make it more easy to clean the crankset. And after putting a bit of ball bearing grease on the threads of the paddle, I insert it as well. Tightening a paddle is done by rotating towards the front wheel. And when that's done, it's time to work on the cassette. This bike, which is a Cannondale M300, has I've put balloon tires, Swalby Fat Frank, on them, and they are so big that I had to deflate them before I was able to remove it. And here you can clearly see, what a mess the back wheel is. This is a lock ring tool and a chain whip. You need the chain whip to keep the cassette in place when turning the lock ring, when removing the lock ring. When it's removed, you can simply lift the cassette, and I'm performing the exact procedure on this cassette, which I have done with the crankset. And this is like 30 seconds or something. It's cleaned very, very quickly. I also take the time with the cassette removed to clean the free hub and put some new grease on it. The free hub has splines, and one of them is bigger than the others, which ensures that the cassette can only go on one way. And you use the exact same tool without the chain whip to reinstall the cassette. Now that the back wheel is out of the frame, I took some time to clean the tire, not too much, because when I will put new grease on the chain and start riding this bike, this wheel will get dirty again very quickly. Also took some time to clean the rear derailleur. Sorry. And now I have a very, very, very clean drivetrain. But that's not the last step in this process of cleaning your drivetrain. The last step, or at least one of them, is to actually lube the chain. I use Forte Red chain grease, which is a grease normally used for motorcycles. I have a dedicated video in which I explain why I use this grease. And I rub it in with my hands. Last but not least, I never throw away any of the paint thinner, but I reuse it. And the end result is this, which is a very, very clean drivetrain, which doesn't creak and runs like it's new. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. I wish you all the best with your own bike maintenance, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.